Hi, and welcome to Coffee with Claire. As you loyal fans know, we bring to you business leaders and entrepreneurs who like to give back and have fun. My guest today is Todd Drake. Todd has spent most of his adult life in the diamond business. He knows how to choose the right stones and settings and match them to his clients. And he is an expert of knowing where the industry has come from and where it's going. Please join me in welcoming back to Coffee with Claire, Todd Drake. Welcome.
Well, hello, Claire.
Guten Morgen.
Yeah.
Well,
top of the morning to you.
It is so great seeing you again and having you back on Coffee with Claire to talk about diamonds.
Yeah, it's been almost 3 years.
I know. Well, you were one of our first guests. So thanks for coming back.
Thanks for having me.
You bet. Well, let's start by getting everybody caught up with what you've been doing since we last saw you, and with your company, with your business, and all that.
Right. Well, first off, it's our 25th year in business. So
wow, good for you.
So
in a row.
25th. Yeah.
Yay, good
It's
job.
know what an anniversary is. You can't just kind of say, hey,
you could say, well,
I quit for a while.
I've been in business 25 years, 10 years here, and 10 years here, and 5 years somewhere else.
No, consistency. Yeah. No, absolutely. The question, we have changed quite a bit since we've last talked.
So tell us about that.
Well, the digital market obviously is taken hold. Yeah. And we're finally catching up with it. So it's very exciting.
And I think that's very interesting, having what you do go kind of digital. So explain to the audience what that means.
Well, digital is, it's
really broad.
It's broad, yeah. So basically, we'll take anything from someone sending me a picture on Pinterest to they'll see stuff on my website, screenshot something, take a picture in a store, and then we'll communicate via text, via phone.
Okay.
Some people will still pick up a phone, if you can believe that.
Actually, it's faster sometimes.
Yeah, absolutely, and email, of course. But we've just kind of focused on exactly what we do, what we've done in the past. We've always been a high-end quality jeweler.
Right.
Of course, we always have specialized in value with quality. We want the best without paying an off-the-shelf price. You wouldn't want to walk into a big box store or a retailer and it's just, frankly, some people they just don't know what they're doing, and they're young, and I get it.
Sure.
So, we're pros, and we would like to reach out to them.
So, walk us through some, I know that you target actually a lot of different age ranges and demographics and things like that. But tell us a little bit about, what is the most sought after diamond gift that you see across the board? Right.
Well, custom designing is our wheelhouse. So we start from A to Z. We're Dallas based, so we've got cutters here, which is neat. So we use AutoCAD technology to design it. You can sit with me, the business partner. We cut it, we manufacture here. So it's all Dallas. But to your question, the absolute number one piece is the bridal engagement ring.
Really? Still?
It really is the core of the business. When I first got in the business, my mother, she liked to do everything, repairs, and of course you have to do that as a retailer, but that model kind of frankly doesn't exist anymore.
Okay. So
we focus on selling the wedding ring, and from then we'll do the maintenance and stuff, but we'll keep our smaller clients giving them more attention. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So,
well, yeah, because when you think about those big I'll use your words because I don't know other words to use. The big box. When you go into a jewelry store, it's really bright. It's big. There's a lot of real estate, and there's a lot of merchandise that I'm sure they have to, pack up every night and put in some safe place. And there's a lot of overhead.
One word, you nailed it. Overhead, absolutely. There's so much overhead that goes in with that. All those employees have to be paid.
Yeah,
taxes.
They're going to get paid commission, right?
That's get paid commission, absolutely. You have to pay insurance on all those goods.
I never even thought of that. That's got to be expensive in itself.
Jewelers block insurance is severe.
I bet.
So everything has to be UL certified with the safes, and it's high tech. I mean, you walk into like North Park Mall and you look at Rolex or Cartier stores. I mean, it's expensive. So what we try to do is drill down and give people the same type of quality, but give them the personal one-on-one experience. So,
and I think that's really
and that
what
way,
people
after
want.
that, at that point, once we have that customer, that bridal customer, whether they're 25 or 45 or sometimes 50, we've got them for life.
There's hope. Yay.
Yeah. Even if you're
all of us.
even if you're 100, you never know.
Sweetie, let's walk down the aisle. We can decorate our walkers.
Yeah. I mean, rest home, love.
Well, I know that you had brought a couple of videos and photos of some of the work that you've done. Maybe we can take a look at some of those, and you can kind of describe what we're looking at. So we've got it looks like an engagement ring.
Right. Yeah, the first picture is that's live product. It's a 3-carat stone, and then we took 14-karat gold and we manufactured it from scratch. We let the customer pick out the stone. In fact, the guy that bought it, I grew up with him. He drove him from Fort Worth, and we did the whole 9. So
wow, it's beautiful.
Well,
and it's 3 carats.
That stone's 3 carats. Yeah.
Now, are there diamonds on the band, or is it just a design?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they're pave set diamonds.
Oh, very nice.
There's like about, I believe there's probably about 0.3 in there, so roughly.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
And I love the design too. It's really nice to see that workmanship is still around.
And that's what people find us like. Golly, you guys are, you guys have it all. We have guys that are, not that I do it all, but we have guys that are creative, and we use computers, and so we have cutting, and we have experience, so we can do all that for you.
And people really want that relationship when they're buying something like this.
They do. Yeah. They're absolutely searching out for it.
And you're great at that. You're great at developing rapport and helping people feel comfortable, and you educate people. Well, okay. We all have our days. But when you're
maybe if I'm getting beat at ping pong or something, I
might get a little competitive there.
Yeah. I might say, you know what? No. Thank you, though. As far as business goes, I do. I like to teach.
Yeah.
I like to walk. If they'll listen to me and pick up the phone and talk, they've got a chance. But I think people in the society today, they need instant gratification, and they go to the internet and they're like, I buy, and and then they don't do research. They don't ask friends anymore. But to that point, I think we're starting to see a reversal, hopefully.
Mm-hmm. I think that people, as far as the instant gratification goes, as soon as they send you the picture on Pinterest or a picture of somebody's ring that's on their hand or something, and you respond quickly, I think that's one of the first instant gratifications.
And that's what I've learned is the old Todd would just be like, oh yeah. I mean, can you not call me during business hours?
I'm busy.
But I have a life too. I have a wife and a life and kids.
Yeah.
No, but and I do. It's what I do. If they hit me on my cell phone, I'm like, boom, I'll get on it as soon as I can.
And I think once you do
I
that,
have to.
I think people would be more patient with you because they know that they've been heard. And then once you guys get,
you're right.
And then once you get that conversation going, they understand it's going to take a little bit of time for you to do your research and then come back to them.
Yeah, right. I mean, you spend money, you want to be heard. I mean, you can't blame people for that,
And you want good quality too.
Yeah.
And I love the fact that you're taking your business out of that traditional brick and mortar setting and looking at it from a different angle, because a lot of our viewers and listeners are entrepreneurs,
right.
and they're thinking outside of traditional terms,
right.
and you're right there with them.
Right. Yeah, I'm trying. Yeah, because I was trained traditionally, but
you got to switch with the change.
You got to keep. Yeah, you got to keep up with the times. If not, you're extinct.
Well, that's right. Yeah, we smart entrepreneurs do that. Those that get very comfortable have a hard time making that shift.
Yeah, and the jewelry industry traditionally, it's a real traditional industry.
Sure.
You got New York and overseas. They've done it the same way for a long time. So
you're kind of shaking things up a little bit.
Some of us are. Some of us are. Yeah, you have to. I mean, some of the older guys won't budge.
Well, that's okay.
But they're
that's their choice.
They're probably so wealthy that they can just sit around.
They're just going to go buy an island.
Well, they probably are sitting on their island. Yeah, absolutely.
And good for them.
And I'm not getting an invite from them, obviously, because I'm having to.
Haven't been yet.
I'm in Dallas, yeah.
Well, we talked about the engagement ring buyer a little bit. Do you have a age range or?
Yeah, it's pretty specifically, believe it or not. Yeah, you're looking at about, and it's strange if you look at the statistics. I mean, it's 22 to 27-year-olds.
Okay.
Pretty accurately.
Okay.
Kind of breaks off from there, 32 to 38.
Okay. For maybe
so
the
those are the
marriage.
two. Yeah, you nailed it. Right. Yeah, and that's kind of what happens.
So when
maybe there's a divorce in between there and me.
Know some wedding specialists or counselors. I don't know.
Yeah. That's a whole other show.
Yeah, right. And I've had guests that could help with that. So we've got, there's this coaching model that you hear on TV that it should be 2 times your monthly salary, something like that. Is that still something that you guys coach people on, or is it just what you want?
It's nonsense.
Okay.
I think that was actually drilled up by De Beers. Is
that right?
Yeah, De Beers is a trading company in South Africa.
Okay.
And they own a lot of the diamonds, and they market them in the United States and control the supply. So, hence, I don't want to get too complicated, but that monopoly has been broken up.
Okay.
But they would say, take your salary and multiply it times 2, your monthly salary.
Yeah.
So, you make 5, you spend 10.
Not
spend
necessary.
Spend what you can afford. That's kind of what I say. I'm like, come on, guys. I mean, just tone it down.
And
don't jump into a bunch of debt. You're getting married. You get this wedding, house. Let's. I'll sell you all you want if you get the money, but
but that's the beauty of what you do, is that you're given these newly engaged folks a really great piece of jewelry for a really great price, because you're not gouging them for all the stuff they don't even need.
Exactly.
Which is the salesperson, the lighting, and the countertops and all that stuff. So I really see a great opportunity.
I hope so. Yeah,
everybody.
we're excited. This year we made a lot of changes in 2019. We're starting to see them take effect. So.
Well, we're going into a new decade, so it's now your time to shine.
2020, baby.
There you go. Well, there's other times that people like to give diamonds as well. And so I'm just guessing here, are anniversaries the next?
Yeah, absolutely.
place?
And that's, since I've been in the industry so long, it's pretty simple. I mean, you've got the 10-year, which comes up. The guy drops the ball on the 10, at least get some ear studs or something.
Okay.
25 is big, obviously, and then the 50. That's the home run.
Dang.
So, yeah.
I think you have to start out a little earlier to be able to get to the 50-yard line there.
Yeah. You have to, and usually
they like each other early.
Usually you don't have teeth,
but you got rocks on your hands.
But you got a bunch of money. You got a bunch of gas.
Well, you can find a dentist to help you with that.
Yeah, you get a dentist and diamonds and new hips and the whole 9 yards.
Dentist, diamonds, and dancing all on the same anniversary. Go for
maybe
it.
That should be a new business. Maybe I should team up with it.
Yeah, you can just have a
team up
conglomeration of things.
Surgeons and dentists and plastic surgeries, and we all go into the same business.
That's right.
Oh,
so,
gosh.
and then of course we always have holidays that are coming up. You know, you got Valentine's Day, you've got you know, Christmas and all that stuff. So I'm guessing that those are all good times too.
Frankly, for us, Valentine's no. Valentine's no. It's
really?
For the no. That's like a $99 to $100 or $99 to $150 type spend.
Because they spend so much on Christmas, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so guys will more go flowers and gifts, or they'll, in a pinch, go to a big box place and buy something that's just kind of
quick.
Yeah, it's quick and easy. Yeah, but Christmas
is big.
Christmas is big. Yep.
Well, I guess it is a different form of coal that people are getting in their stocking.
Yeah. It's coal man comes out to play.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yay.
No, it's cool. Christmas is you know, anything. It's pretty standard, really. You don't have to confuse it. It's you know, you've got get a nice diamond pendant, or a nice diamond studs, or a nice diamond tennis bracelet. Actually, your hoops are nice too. That's in style too. As I grab my ear. I don't know why I'm doing that. But anyway, yeah, that's so
You're
Christmas.
a tactile.
Yeah, I mean, it's diamonds, so it's pretty simple, you know. We do everything. I mean, we do all the semi-precious and precious gems. And
yeah, I saw on your website that you have some beautiful sapphires. That's my birthstone, and I was just like, oh, that's so pretty.
Yeah, we do all that, but that's not the core of the
your main
business.
thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I know that I've seen on TV they talk about the cut, color, carat weight, and clarity. Mm-hmm. Is there anything else, or are there any specifics that you would want to talk about in each one of those? What one's more important?
The most important one is the jeweler. That was a joke.
Of course. Well, no, that makes
actually,
sense.
no, they're all very important. No, I mean, you can start with color. Color is actually the absence of color.
Okay.
You got, you know, D color, which is perfectly white.
Okay.
Some people get color confused. As you go down the scale, it becomes, you know, becomes more brown. Carat weight is a metric measure.
Okay.
That's all that is. That's just the weight. You know, beyond that, cut, that's the geometry of it.
Like if it's a solitaire or wait, no, that's a round cut. Tell me about it.
You got round, marquee, pair, and within that is the geometry of it.
Gotcha.
So,
okay.
Did we cover them all?
I don't. Cut, color,
we get the
carat,
4
weight, and
Cs?
clarity. Yes. Yes. The
All
4
right.
Cs.
We didn't get clarity.
Well,
clarity
is
is
my favorite because it has my name in it.
Clarity. Yeah. Clarity is the absence of inclusions or imperfections, anything that's inside of the diamond when you look through it visually. So
the
you take a look.
absence of imperfections and inclusions. I love that. I'm using that.
Clarity. Coffee with clarity.
Right. There you go.
Right. Yeah.
So we've talked a lot about the gifts and the people who buy them. Do you have like a story that you'd like to share with the audience about somebody
absolutely.
in particular that sticks in your mind?
Absolutely. My wife, her mom one day just calls me like out of the blue, and I was kind of like, well, you know, is
everything okay?
Somebody fall, or is there a fire, or you know, what's going on? And she had drug out her entire estate, and she's like, Todd, I'm ready for you to, you know, come in. And they're, you know, real humble people, just never would think. And I was like, you guys got all kinds of stuff from, from their, you know, grandmothers, you know, overseas. And so we took it, you know, sold some of the metal, redid it to beautiful stuff. So it was really neat. You know, so that kind of hit me out of the blue, and we do that.
Okay.
So we take old estates. We can settle the estates. We can sell them off, or we can take them and remake stuff,
and just maybe modernize them to their personality or something.
Yeah,
okay.
and then then it's in the family and it's updated and it's really neat. So that's a cool story. Yeah.
I mean that kind of stuff makes a big difference just in the sentimental value. I mean, you know, diamonds are very precious already.
Right, yeah. And
but if your grandma wore it, wow.
Right. Well, it's like golf clubs to guys, you know.
I wouldn't know anything about that, but I'll have to.
Don't touch my putter, okay?
Yeah, duly noted. I will not touch your putter.
All right.
So I know that you're an expert on the industry. Where's this diamond industry headed? Do you see? Maybe if you look into your crystal ball.
Right. Well, it's headed exactly to what I'm doing.
Okay.
Okay. And then it's also headed to the internet as well. Internet's gonna get more infinite and infinite. But with that being said, I think the quality will be less and less and less, and the service will be less and less.
Well, yeah,
it'll be a mass produced type stuff like Amazon selling jewelry. So that's the future on that. So it's going to go two directions. That's what I see.
And I would feel much more comfortable personally working with someone who I can look in their eyes.
Yeah.
I can see that you're very authentic about your passion for the work that you're doing. You're listening to me, and you're copiously taking notes so you make it the way I want it versus mass produced. I don't want what everybody else wants.
Yeah, and that's I mean,
I like to be unique. I think a lot of people feel that way. So.
I agree. Yeah.
Well, how can our audience contact you and find out more about you and your diamonds, Todd?
Oh, we have a website, obviously, but that doesn't tell you a whole lot. But it's because you've got to read it. We talked about that earlier.
Oh, so literacy
read my
is
biography. It's just ToddDrakeDiamonds.com, and then but just call me. It's 214-681-3712.
Okay.
And my email is td@ToddDrakeDiamonds.com. Text me. Call me, spam me, whatever you gotta do.
And once they call, they can set up an appointment and meet with you personally.
Yeah. Yeah, we can even do it over. We can even do it online. Ship it over state.
Okay.
You don't necessarily have to have
Zoom.
an appointment. Yeah.
Okay.
Had a customer in California that just hit me, and we just did everything digitally and shipped it. So.
Well, that at least with Skype and Zoom, they can see what you're doing along the way too.
Absolutely.
So,
yeah. Just with those photos we showed, we'll do those photos and. AutoCADs and computers, it can all be done.
It's amazing.
It really is. It really is. Or you can just find me at a Stars or Mavericks or Rangers game, and I'll probably be one of those, and we can talk about it there.
Okay. I doubt if you'll be bringing samples with you.
No.
That's too dangerous.
We can at least talk about it. All right.
Here, I can pull them up on my phone. So.
Right on.
Well, Todd, thank you again for joining us, and
you
congratulations again for your 25th anniversary. That is a huge milestone. I hope you go buy yourself a really nice diamond for that.
Okay.
And thank you again to our listeners and our viewers. Be sure that you like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and LinkedIn, and subscribe to us on iTunes. We'll see you next time on Coffee with Claire. Bye-bye. Thanks for tuning in to this week's episode of Coffee with Claire. To learn more about today's guests, visit their website or find them on Facebook. To learn more about me, Claire Billingsley, follow me on LinkedIn or visit my website at coffeewithclaire.tv. And to hear more episodes of Coffee with Claire, subscribe, rate, and review the show on your favorite podcast and social media platforms.